Hello guys, and we got here a how to side against Qliphoth, I believe is what they're pronounced. I can't actually remember how A's and I's called them. Qliphoth, I believe is what he called them, Qliphoth. Something like that, whatever their name is, we're going on how to side against them. And so the first two cards we have are cards that can stop OTK, such as Gores and Tragodian with Light Swords. They're still going to be a thing, despite Qliphoth, so these guys could be really nice to have in the side deck and can stop multiple decks. So these guys can really hurt like cards like Shell or Disc, and even a Qliphoth killer. And then over here we have these three cards which can tribute your opponent's monsters in one way or form. Again, you don't want to tribute Genome or Archive. You don't want to tribute those two. Be it Shell, Disc, or a Qliphoth killer, you definitely want to get rid of those guys. And these are one of the few monsters and spells that can actually do it. I believe this works because it doesn't really affect a Qliphoth killer, it affects the game, really, because this doesn't target, like, I don't think Soul Exchange works on a Qliphoth killer, but I think Monarch Stormforce will work on it. So if you have like a level 5 or higher monster, you could easily get rid of it, or you could just Lava Golem or Santa Claus for the new one. I like Lava Golem a lot better because he can get rid of two. As long as you don't get rid of Genome or Archive and get rid of Disc, Shell, or Qliphoth killer, you can really put some hurt on them, and they might not have a follow-up play after that. Especially if you have cards like Level Limit. I really like to Level Limit and Lava Golem because the people at that point, they'll just Solemn or they'll bottomless Lava Golem, and it'll be like, sweet, I got rid of two cards in a back row. I'm okay with that. So over here we have this one card that I found, Hypnosister, and depending on how many Pendulum Zones are filled, she gains effects. More than likely there will be 2 if you're playing like Shadows. If it's a mirror match, then she gains all 4, where she'll have at the max, you can draw a card if she destroys a monster by battle by her card effect, and your opponent would have to attack this card. The main thing is though, is with 2, if this card battles a Pendulum Summon monster, started the damage step, destroy that monster. So she can be really nice to get rid of Archive or Genome, the one that they normally Pendulum Summon, or maybe a Disc or a Shell that you got over a couple turns ago. And then over here in this long list of cards is just cards that can get rid of, just destroy, whether it be spell cards or monsters. So we have Storm, you destroy spell cards you control, then destroy as many spell and trap cards as your opponent controls, up to the same amount. So that can be really nice for you, and getting rid of both the complete Pendulum scale and some of the back row. And then you have D-Spell, really old card, but it still works. Select one spell card on the field and destroy it. That can get rid of 2, I believe. And then over here again, MST if you're not maining 3 already. Twister, Tornado. I'm not sure if Tornado would work, and probably wouldn't because it says destroy one card in your opponent's spell or trap card zone, so I don't think Tornado would actually work. And then this is just another MST, except it has to be Chain Link 3, and then Double Cyclone. So you have a variety of good cards that you can use to get rid of Tool, and so that can be really nice. And then you have Acid Rain, which can clear their field unless they have a Qliphoth killer. All the other ones would be destroyed, but yet a Qliphoth killer would stay. Dark Core, which can be even really nicer. This could be like a budget side deck card for a lot of new players or people that can't really afford a good side deck. Dark Core can easily take care of monsters, and seeing how they're being banished, they won't be coming back. So if you get rid of a Genome or an Archive, they no longer have that Pendulum summoning monster that they can go into. And then Mass Change second, which can make Acid, and really, unless they get a Vanish, like a Ghost Trick Vanish, Acid would just wreck them for days. If you can hope to Feather Dust to their field in one way or another, whether it be Wing Beat to Giant Dragon, or just summoning Master Tier Acid, which you can make with Ice Hand using this card, they might not have a response because you'd get rid of their entire Pendulum scale and any back row, unless they were to break to skill him, of course, or do something. Then I found this card, which I think is absolutely amazing. When a spell or trap card is activated, destroy all cards with the same name as the activated card in its control's main deck. The only thing is don't know if Tool would go to the grave or to the Pendulum Zone. I mean, not to the Pendulum Zone, the extra deck. It doesn't really matter, because if you get 2 tools in the Pendulum, in the extra deck, and they only have 1 left, and it's on the field, and you can MST that or get rid of it one way or another, they've pretty much just lost the game because they can't search at that point. And then for when they do search, Mind Crush would be a really nice card to have, just so that way you can declare it, get rid of it. And again, this could hurt practically any deck in the game, except Shaddoll's and Dark Force. I would not suggest doing it to Dark Worlds or Shaddoll's because they just toss off of it unless they've already activated that monster's effect this turn. Overworked, again, a Qliphoth kill would be unaffected by this, be it Tool, not to what is this? Can't remember. Shell and Disc, yeah, Shell and Disc and Genome, they'd all be affected. Mask of Restrict, this is probably one of my most favorite cards to have up against Qliphoth, is that just says monsters cannot be tributed. It means they cannot use Archive's effect, nor can they use Genomes, and they're left to Pendulum summoning their monsters, which is really nice. So, Mask of Restrict can just absolutely wreck a deck until they get an MST or something, and so I have 2 here because I think it's a really important card. Like, Mask of Restrict is really great to getting rid of stuff. Anti-Spell Fragments, pretty much they can't activate Tool. I believe that Pendulum cards cannot be set, so they cannot activate it at all. So Anti-Spell Fragments could be another budget side deck card if you would want to run that, where it could even be annoying as far as just most spell cards and destroying spell cards in general, because they have to set them, so it can be really annoying for them. And then we have Mistake here, again prevents them from searching, so that can be really nice, keep them from making any really good play. Then we have the Double Prohibition, because this is a card that really works well if you have multiples. You can call it on a Qliphoth killer, bam, he's gone. Call it on Tool, bam, he's gone. Be it they do have Genome, so which could destroy this, so I would suggest running 2 or 3 if you're gonna run Prohibition at all. Prohibition is actually a really good card if you run 2 or 3 in the side, because it can hurt practically any deck, and if you call 2 or 3 cards, then they're just dead. And then again, a really good card that's just absolutely would wreck them would be Curse of the Forbidden Spell. Discard 1 spell card, negate the activation effect of a spell card, and destroy it. And your opponent cannot activate spell cards with the same name, with that name during the rest of the tool, so you negate Tool. Oop. They draw into another tool, can't do anything with it. It's negated, it's gone, they can't use Tool. So that could be really nice, and it can just be really nice. And then Solemn and Thunder King Ryo stops the searching and can negate a summon. Now I know they have a field spell coming up, but I think that protects their normal summons from being negated, not the Pendulum summons, which is what Thunder King Ryo can negate, and so can Solemn Warning. So your opponent can't search, and if they were to Pendulum summon, boop, you can get rid of Thunder King Ryo and all their cards that go to the graveyard because it was negated. Same with Solemn, so they might not be able to get out a Qliphoth killer or Disc or Shell because you just tribute them, just got rid of all their monsters. And if you can get them away from the extra deck in one way or another, you can just win the game. And so pretty much that's just what I would think would work against Qliphoth. Got Darklaw over here. Darklaw would really hurt them because at that point they're searching, you're banishing, so they will eventually start to go minus. And I'm not sure if his other effect where any card sent to your opponent's graveyard banished instead would work, because I remember going up on DevPro playing Qliphoth, and I think it was the one I actually uploaded, so maybe I'll have that video. I'll have to check it to see if it is, but if it is, then I'll put a link in there someplace, probably at the end of this video. We have Master Hero Darklaw. If his effect where it's a macro, his macro effect were to go through, then Macro and Cosmos would be really nice. I don't think Pendulum monsters go to the grave, so I don't think Macro Cosmos or Darklaw would work on them. I think they go straight to the extra deck, so I don't think that would work. Don't think D-Fissure would work. Who knows, maybe they'll errata it to say any monster that leaves the field is banished. Maybe they'll errata those cards too. Because right now we don't have a lot of cards out that can stun or stun a pendulum deck. Like right now we have like, it was all about macro, soul charge, and soul drain, and deep fissure. And now, and those cards would just shut down decks if you activate them. And right now we don't have a card that stops effects in the extra deck or can make them not go to the extra deck. And so here, this is just what I think Wars can stop OTKs, give you a turn more. I mean, he can't be stopped for a Qliphoth killer, so he's a nice card. Lava Golem gets rid of it. Pretty much, like, this stuff I think would work if you did it right. If you want, like, you could go full on destruction with the acid rain and the triple MST and the triple twister to stop them from searching, or just use mistake and mask of restrict or something like that to just protect your cards and to keep them from making their plays. Like, Qliphoth isn't the hardest thing to beat, you just have to beat it before they make their play. And so going first would probably be a good idea, despite not having all 5 cards, because you might be able to make a really nice play. Even if it's just summoning an Ice Hand and setting Mask in second and having to blow up just Tool. That still would be a worthwhile play, because again, this is a game of resources. If you have acid and they don't have a tool and they can't search again, then they might be in a little bit of trouble. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to check out that duel with Qliphoth and maybe have a link. I'm not sure, it could be just Dev Pro being Dev Pro, but yet, who knows, maybe that will be the actual ruling where if macro's on the field, counter monsters get banished. In which if they do, then by all means I would highly suggest running macro or Dark Law, which would be even better. So hope you guys enjoyed this this discussion on Qliphoth and sighting. And I really just don't know what I'm gonna go for. Like, I really wanted to build Shaddoll's, but Qliphoths are looking really nice. But hey, maybe something will come out that will help us stop them. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more probably next week. I think I'm going to be going on vacation soon, so I will be busy for a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to get this video up because I think it is very important that people start looking at what to side, and sighting is a very important and a very hard thing to learn in Yu-Gi-Oh. But yep, this is just a video. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys later. Hey, if you could click on the links and on the annotation to see the duel with this deck or some of my other videos, that would really help. And check out the links in the description to watch some of me and my friends' videos, and even something that could help make this deck a reality for you. See you guys later. Bye.